Hello, freak bitches. We never found that video of the evergreen professor throwing his hands around.
Oh, yeah.
There's one video I'm pretty sure it's in, but I need to like double check and listen to make sure it's the part they're talking about because it was getting highlighted.
Someone
as
sent it to me, and they sent it queued up, like right where it is, and it's so hilarious. There's probably, you know what? It's queued up in a website. If you Google evergreen, what is he? The president? Evergreen. In evergreen, hand motions are a microaggression. Google that.
Hand motions are a microaggression.
And they have it. There's a website for sure that has an article where they show the video and they have it queued up. And when it's queued up, you can see the kids laughing when they get the teacher to put his hands behind his back.
That's them just not knowing. Well, I'll see it, but that's them not understanding what they really are looking for.
They're just looking for
part
power.
of it feels like, haha, I made you do it. And another part says, that's a microaggression, don't do that. Where it's like, if you believe that, then don't laugh at someone for not doing it anymore.
What they're doing is just enjoying power. These kids have taken over the school.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Give me some volume. Don't point.
That's not appropriate. You gotta put your hands down. You
He's
know
apologizing.
You gotta put your hands down.
Why are they laughing?
The dude walks up to the president's like, put your hands down. Put your
He's
hands
got
down.
put his hands to his side.
Yes. Dude, and they're laughing at him.
The thing is that my ancestors were slaves and your ancestors were not. Your ancestors came here of free choice and decided to bring along my people not of their own free will to work and build this country.
My dad came after the Israeli army.
Just letting you know that slavery still has repercussions in society today. And that is what we're here about. Those repercussions. It doesn't
She's waiting for an applause.
It's not over.
Yeah, she seems to not know. Oh, there she goes, trying to get off. And what does he do about that? He's clapping as well? He's clapping too. He needs to seriously stop. He's clapping too. Like you had a really good point.
You can't. At some level,
She's saying
you can't,
something we know. We already
you know
know
what I
that.
meant about, okay, that version of that super liberal left is feminists. You know?
That version of that?
There's a version of that, which is just the feminists.
Uh-huh.
Like that version of feminists, which is what you
that
hear
version.
a lot.
Yeah, there's versions
The
of
bloggers
everything.
and the...
There's versions
Yeah.
of masculinists too,
Yeah.
right?
That's the alt-right, I guess.
Is it though?
I don't know. I don't really understand. I don't know.
It seems to me like the alt-right for more than a lot of what they're doing is having fun.
Yeah, it does seem like a troll. Like some of it's like just straight trolling.
Just a lot of it is.
You said this. I
They're
can't
all
believe
in
it. It's
on
like,
it.
can't you believe it? Well, maybe it was a troll.
I mean, like
I read some of it.
Milo Yiannopoulos. Surely
That guy gets him so mad.
Yeah. Milo is so theatrical. So much of what he's doing seems like he's having
Dude,
fun.
I love it when they get on somebody and you just like shit on them a little bit. They get like someone's a god to them all of a sudden. Beyonce after Lemonade, things like that. If you shit on them a little bit, you could get people so fucking angry at you. It's great. It's great.
There's never been a time like this, Ari Shaffir, where you get so many morons mad at you.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, so what I've noticed is that of the super liberal, okay, you know how like American sports fans are kind of dumb?
How dare you?
You know,
I can't
not all
even
of them,
believe
but
I'm hearing
on
this.
the more so than other places. We're not
You're
very thought
fucking
out.
rude, bro.
Our political like analysis isn't that smart. In the same way, our liberal left, our feminism is some of the dumbest feminism in the world. Like other ones are more thought out and more interesting and more like just thoughtful in general.
Dude, I think you left America
Yeah.
and became a fucking turncoat. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think, though?
You should hear people talking. They're way smarter than the people we have. Like
So our people are just dumber?
saying this microaggression shit.
Right. What is that?
That's
But
us
that's
having too much fucking free time.
Is that what it is?
That is you've left behind what's actually wrong and you're jumping on, which is a lot. There's a lot wrong.
Yeah.
So like worry about that and calm down. Microaggression, you guys. It's not like there's better shit to do, so you shouldn't worry about what actually bothers you. This shouldn't bother you.
Right.
You know, take that same venom and put it into something that's actually happening. There's this forced.
Okay, but like that girl that stood up
Circumcision.
there. The girl that stood up there and it's like, your ancestors were not slaves, they weren't brought here, mine were, and slavery has repercussions. And then everybody starts clapping, and it's like, you're right, but what is the point?
So what are you having a rally for?
Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
it's all obviously ancestors. Like, when do we get over this ancestor thing? Like, how many generations in do we just treat people as individuals? And,
I've asked people at some
recognize
point, what do they want?
some people got an advantage for sure.
Yeah.
White people got an advantage for sure. 100%.
Okay, but it's not. It's more so, but it's not 100% of the time. So if I came from a divorced household, I didn't.
Right.
And my dad wasn't around, and my dad beat my mom. That can be a way worse and harder experience than the Cosby kids.
Right. Right. Today.
Yeah.
But
so it's like, just because you're this, it might make the odds harder for you, but it's not 100%.
But there's an origins thing, and one of the origins that every black kid has to face when they think about it is that someone down the line was a slave. And they're not slaves anymore, but that's why people who look like him are here. They're all here because someone brought them over here in chains.
Yeah, and they're still treated with remnants of that.
Right, and there's got to be a weird self-esteem or a self-identity issue attached to knowing that everybody knows that your ancestors were slaves. And there's a certain thing that people do when someone has something and someone else wants it. If you have a group of people that's different, it's like really easy to almost think of them as not you. Like, that's how they've justified wars. That's how so many people, like, by dehumanizing the other, and this thing that has to balance out, that I guess is, just the echoes of that is like, we have to get so many generations away from people being slaves and any repercussions of it socially or economic. We have to get so far away that it doesn't factor in anymore, where we don't care.
Okay, that's well expressed for sure.
Yeah,
I like that. That kind of like calm way to explain something rarely gets put out anymore.
Of course,
it's screaming and yelling.
You know why?
And like, you're not teaching anyone anything. The biggest problem on the left and the right, but the ones that are angry, the angry mobs, is they never seek to educate. They only seek to like punish.
Also grandstand. They
sure.
want to make this big
You could hear in that
speech.
lady's voice. She was going for the audience clap 2 or 3 times, didn't get it, and was like, I'll keep going.
She's seen Oprah. She knows how to manipulate a crowd. She knows how to get those people riled up.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, that's part of being a person. Like, that's half the reward for saying something that's right, is the love that you get from people when you say that it's right, and they recognize it, and they go, yes. So people get addicted to that yes, so they constantly do things that they think are at least perceived as being right. And they get very vocal with things when they perceive those things are going to get a very big reaction for standing up against them.
Yeah.
And it becomes this moral high ground, sort of grandstanding, peacocking sort of a thing, where they just are constantly trying to let everyone know how uncool it is to do this and how wrong it is to do that. Like, settle the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like, we can
Just
see what
setting
you're
up
doing.
a weird thing, and then sometimes they'll see something that doesn't quite fit in. Like they was trying to make, how they make rape broader and broader and broader.
Oh yeah,
which is, I really does a disservice to rape.
It does.
To be able to make it seem like small. Anyway, they were saying coercion is rape, where if you talk someone into it,
yes,
that's rape. And then a bunch of men was like, oh, well, if that's true, then I've been raped a bunch of times. And then the super liberal left was like, oh, we don't want to make that. We don't want to make you be able to be victim. So okay, that's no longer rape.
Yeah.